Okay guys, so at this time I rebuilt the program and everything works again. So everything works again, and let me show you guys a little demo. Right, drops, drops, drops. Now for the circles and stars, I didn't implement it, and I implemented it so that this layer is draggable. And we see a little error right there that the layer is not above the other one, but it's okay, we can fix it really easy, I suppose. Okay, so this is a little bit different from my original. Oh, I can't find my original program, but in my original program it was a little bit more complex. I actually used a custom shape in Canva, so to be able to draw that, I remember it was like a toolbar but with like a little curvature, like a little bezier curve at the very end of the toolbars. So let's build this. Again, big idea. I mean, two main ideas. There's really two rectangles right here overlapping each other, and one is draggable, one is not. So the one I'm dragging is definitely draggable. And then on drag end, the rectangle that I'm dragging returns. It actually returns to the to be stacked again, but it seems like a new rectangle appeared, and that appeared because right here, the state is a new rectangle is pushed in the state, and then right here we're displaying all of the, we are drawing new rectangle objects based on the attributes of the rectangles that are stored in the state. So let's do that. So it's really how, let me see, really two main parts to three parts to consider. We have a rectangle that is draggable, and then on the ending of the drag of that, we will return it to its original place, and then we're going to append it to the state as a new rectangle. And then third step, we have a layer that displays all of the rectangles based on what we have in the state, drawing new rectangle objects based on the attributes of the rectangle stored in the state. Again, it's really simple. I personally cannot organize the perfect language to describe what I'm doing in programming sometimes, and so let me just get to do the thing to better explain. And of course, for the ellipses, I didn't implement anything, and so these are just not doing anything. I think I'm actually going to keep something instead of erasing everything. I'm going to erase the on drag end, but I'm going to keep how I drew the, oh actually, ooh, I deleted something extra. Probably need an extra bracket or something. Okay, that did not work. So what happened? Layer needs closing tag. Oh, what did I do here? Okay. And I can remove the bracket, I suppose. Okay, so I'm actually going to keep the toolbar because I don't find it amusingly or important to explain, right? This is not really any brain teaser. This is just you draw the shape and then you trial and error to find the position. This thing is drawn by a rectangle. Okay, so forgot where I left off, but I remember I said I don't find it amusingly important to explain this drawing thing. Oh yeah, but this thing, the big box, is drawn with a rectangle. Now you cannot lay objects inside of another. You cannot lay nodes or shapes. Actually, shapes. You cannot lay Canva shapes nested in each other. So you cannot do rect like that. Does not work. And yeah, you just cannot do that, or else I'll be doing that. And therefore, to create this toolbar that is draggable, I cannot just place all of these elements inside of this rectangle and then make this rectangle draggable. I actually have to make the layer itself draggable, and so this layer is exclusive to being a toolbar, right? Because if this is draggable and everything else, the stage right here is also placed in this toolbar, then everything will be moving when we drag this toolbar, which is pretty not intuitive. So, okay, and then the rectangle, stars, and circles are just placed there. Nothing much to explain. So now let's do the actual thing. First of all, as we remembered from last time, we need 2 rectangles, or just how I explained earlier, and then let's make it draggable. And of course, something is going to happen, something special is going to happen on drag end. There's also on drag start and on drag move. On drag move can be important. Let's say when you have, in my program, I have at last built a connector object. And then so if I connected an arrow to a square, to a rectangle, and I move the rectangle around, the arrow is expected to move. And that can be only handled in the on drag move event, right? So every instant that we move the thing. Anyways, on drag end, we will grab this rectangle. And to grab this rectangle, we have to give it a ref. Draggable rect. And we can do this dot refs. Let's do let rect be this dot refs dot draggable rect. I actually like to just do var, I guess. I know there's like a big difference between like const, let, and var, and a lot of JavaScript developers, cares a lot about which one you use, but I personally didn't find it break or make my program, so whatever. Bad practice though, don't do what I'm doing. And then we can do rect dot position. We're gonna send it to what it was originally. Actually, let me just type this out. Window dot inner height divided by 2 minus 60. And so if we save this right now, we should expect this to, or something happened weird. Oh, I thought this was 2 rectangles, but 2 of the same rectangles, but these are not. So we need 2 of the same rectangles, and this is the toolbar, of course. And this one cannot have these. Okay, that is not correct. Let me see if that's because we didn't draw the thing. And let me see if just doing the shape.draw works. It does not work. And sometimes we have to draw the entire stage. So we can do get stage.draw. Okay, so that works. Now let's do. Now again, as I described, we should have a state here, and that state is supposed to store rectangles and the attributes of the rectangles, so that at the end, I'm not sure why this doesn't work. Oh, is it because of? I searched this up earlier. I forgot how to do this. Okay, this dot state dot counter. Okay, so I have to put it in the thing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the attributes of each rectangle is going to be stored in an array, and then each index of the rectangles thing is of course going to be representing a rectangle. And to get access to the state, rectangle state, and then render the stuff inside of it, this is what we do. This dot state dot rectangles dot map each rect, and now we get access to each of the index of the rectangles thing. And then now we're gonna render a new rectangle, and what are its attributes is of course the ones that we stored. Oh shoot, dude, my feet is so numb. I didn't move around for like 2 hours. Anyways, each rect.x y equals to each rect.y, and I think you do have to type these out manually. Stroke width equals to each rect.stroke width. Stroke equals to each rect.stroke. What else? width equals to each rect dot width, height equals to each rect dot height. A lot to type out, but it's all good. And now we don't have anything going on in the state though. So when do we store stuff to the state so we can later display it? Of course, in the on drag end thing. So this is what we're gonna do. At the end, we're gonna make a new rectangle object that is gonna represent what the attributes will be. So the x is actually not gonna be 22.5, but the rect.getStage dots gets mouse. Oh shoot, what is this again? Gets absolute position, gets pointer position. Yeah, I remember now. Dot x y equals to rect.getStage dot gets pointer position dot y, stroke width equals to rect dot stroke width. Actually, no. Let's just do 0.5 because that is not going to change at the beginning. Yeah. So only the x and y is going to change, right? But the width should still be 25 because when we drag and drop it, there's going to be no difference. Okay, so that's it. And how do we push it to the state? This dot, always use set state. Prev state. Oh my god, I forgot how to do this, man. I just searched it up. I think I actually have to do parentheses here because it's not a. And then yeah, this one is because that is not a function call. Yeah. Anyways, rectangles equals to use a spread operator, which will iterate through the original rectangles. And then besides these old rectangles, actually let me do prev state dot rectangles. That is correct. We're going to also add a new object, which is a new rect. And so now let's see what we have. Okay, so line 17, something's messed up. And it's because of this little thing right here. It is not a function, or it is not an expression, I should say. I always get messed up on those terms, but it's fine. Okay. I gotta go fast. I swear, dude, is this one also parentheses? I get really confused on the parentheses thing. Oh, maybe that. And then maybe that. What? Alright, sorry guys, I'm going to return to what I did earlier and then just to copy and paste that thing. I forgot the way I should do the set state because I'm not sure exactly to use parentheses or what is the other one called? Bracket? Yeah. Okay, so I guess this worked. Isn't this the same thing that I did earlier? I guess not. What? It looked the same. 99, I typed in ZZ. Okay, delete ZZ. 70, expected function call instead of expression. Now I have no idea why. Let me consult Stack Overflow real quick. I consulted earlier. I'm back to the clinic. That is really funny. I don't know why. Life of a programmer, dude. Check in Stack Overflow, dude. Especially if you're doing like back end stuff and stuff that. Okay. Anyways, skipping my joke. We got this working. Now I'm not gonna do it for all the other ones, simply because I got something to catch right now. But good luck and try to build the same thing for the rest of them. Remember, you want the two shapes of each kind. One is draggable, one is not, and one returns to the original position, the one that is draggable. And then in here, you want to also do this.state.ellipsis.map or this.state.stars.map. Also, I think might be the first time you guys saw the ellipse thing. Now I'm just using an ellipse instead of circle because it has radius x and radius y. And if you're thinking of an actual diagramming tool, not a lot of people use actual circles. People more so use like this kind of ellipse so it can put like a text in it. So that's why we do this. And if we do a circle and we use a transformer object, it is going to scale x or scale y, but it cannot directly transform the radius x and radius y. And that will influence how we calculate other things, and that might become a problem. But anyways, thank you guys for stopping by, and good luck and try to implementing these on your own. Thank you.